OCO, I am Bill John Baker, Principal Chief of the Cherokee Nation. Serving as Chief has been more rewarding than I could have ever imagined. Since taking the oath of office less than a year ago, we have introduced several brand new programs and made a number of changes and enhancements to existing programs to help improve the quality of life of our Cherokee citizens. The first act I signed into law as Chief was the Healthcare Dividend Act. It allocated an extra 5% of casino profits to fund contract health. This ensures that our Cherokee citizens most in need don't have to worry about eyeglasses, dentures, and many specialized medical procedures.
Every week we meet with Principal Chief Bill John Baker, and he constantly challenges us to find ways to say yes to the request of our citizens. We have asked the clinics to expand their hours to 12-hour days from the traditional 8 and 10-hour days. Nowata was the first clinic to take on that challenge and has successfully implemented 12-hour shifts in their clinics. The first 3 days, they saw 91 patients. We are very proud and thankful for the leadership in that clinic for taking on this challenge and making it a success. We are also looking for land to build a new clinic in Jay. The clinic is very old, and we recognize the need for an updated facility in that area. We have also been successful in finding funds to begin an expansion in Stillwell at the Wilma P. Mankiller Clinic. At Hastings Hospital, a new emergency room and urgent care department have been built. We hope to open those in early September. We have added 15 emergency department beds and a place to consult with a physician during very difficult times. The emergency room transfers almost 100 patients a month to the Tulsa or Fort Smith area, and we would like to keep those patients here close to home. We are actively recruiting those specialty services to be available here in our own communities. We are talking with cardiology opportunities, neurology, urology, and additional surgical services opportunities. We are now looking at referrals on a daily basis and approving those if eligible. This will improve access and expedite access that our citizens need.
For the first time in nearly a decade, the Cherokee Nation is once again building homes for our citizens. 8 Cherokee families have now received new homes that are safe, well-built, and most importantly, affordable, giving them and their children the necessary tools to be successful.
I got online, printed out an application, mailed it in, and I believe it was within 2 weeks I've got paperwork back, and I think it was 2 weeks after that they told me I was qualified for a home. So it's happened so fast.
I found out about this program through my sister who has a home through Cherokee Nation, and I just decided to go ahead and give it a try and was really surprised at how fast I, heard back.
Cherokee Nation has given me the opportunity to become a homeowner, and I'm excited for me and my babies.
My family is so excited about this house. It's the first time my kids have ever had a room of their own, and Cherokee Nation has just done incredible things for me and my family through, medical and, and now the housing situation. But to have a brand new home that no one's ever been in, that's pretty incredible.
Another necessary tool for success is education, a top priority of my administration. We are working to ensure that every citizen has a career path that best fits their needs. Through our Citizen Development Initiative, Cherokees can choose a traditional post-secondary education, vocational training, or on-the-job training. We want to make sure that our Cherokees have pathways to good jobs to help them support their families and communities.
Well, the scholarship really helped me as a student because if I hadn't had that extra money, without it, I don't think I would have been able to finish my civil engineering degree. This May, I graduated as a civil engineer, and now I'm looking for a job. I plan to use my degree to serve my people, the tribe, and I'm really appreciative for their investment in my future. And I'm really appreciative for their investment in my future.
After about 11 years in the workforce, I found myself unemployed due to a company going bankrupt. So I came to Cherokee Nation looking for employment to see what programs they had available, and I was put on the day work program. And while I was on the day work program, they put me on the OJT program. So while I was on the OJT program, a position came open at TGI Enterprises in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is a tarot company, and I was hired on there as an administrative executive assistant. I've been there for almost a year now. I have gotten one promotion since I've been there, and I think it's going to be a lifelong career for me, and I probably wouldn't have this position if I wouldn't have had the opportunity if I wasn't presented with it through the OJT program.
I'd made some bad decisions, and was lost. I was in drug court. I ended up reaching out to Cherokee Nation Career Services for some help me get through it. I started out with the day labor program, making $50 a day, and I ended up doing well, and they placed me at Odom's Wholesale on the work experience program. And I started out as just a general laborer, and with the tools I've learned from career services at Cherokee Nation, I was able to move up in my job. I'm now salesman.
There you go.
With the trouble I had been in, I was looking at prison, $30,000 to house me, but instead Career Services invested $6,000 in me and turned my life around. And with each accomplishment I did, they encouraged me. They gave me support, and I feel like I can do anything now. They let me accomplish many things.
One of our most successful programs you may never think about, our roads department. Thanks to federal funding and revenues from the sale of our car tags, the Cherokee Nation has paved hundreds of miles of roads and built or repaired dozens of bridges in northeastern Oklahoma. Roads and bridges that all Oklahomans use.
Along the lines of infrastructure, one of the primary goals of our department is to provide safe, accessible routes for citizens to get to and from work and or employment. The roads that we construct and improve are primarily county roads to start with. They're maintained by the counties who have the maintenance responsibility on these roads. Taking the initiative to maintain the roads before we come in and after we leave with the road improvements, we couldn't do our job without the county commissioners.
Cherokee Nation has been wonderful. Michael Lynn, Rob Endicott has worked with Delaware County and especially District 3. We're putting in a project this fiscal year will be completed in 2013, putting in 5 bridges, $15 million. $15 million. That's huge for Delaware County.
The funding that is used to build and construct road projects are federal funds through the Federal Highway Administration Indian Reservation Roads Program, as well as state dollars that the Cherokee Nation receives through compacts that we have, motor fuel tax compact we have with the state of Oklahoma, and the motor vehicle licensing compact we have with the state of Oklahoma. Those dollars that come to the nation for use on these roads are used in the 14 counties that the Cherokee Nation occupies in northeast Oklahoma. The Twin Oaks Bull Hollow project, 9.6 mile project, just got underway. Contractors on site right now, hiring local individuals, citizens to work on that project. It's the largest project size-wise, lengthwise, and dollar-wise that the Cherokee Nation has ever undertaken. About a $9.5 million project, and it will provide access from Kenwood area south into the Twin Oaks area, and then all the way over to Highway 10 from Twin Oaks. So it'll provide a better route, better access from the Kenwood area south.
You're looking at how this works for Cherokee people, but also everyone else that travels those roads. It will help us bring more industry, people that will look at our county to bring in a new operation, whether it be a motel, whether it be a gas station, or whether it be industry. If it wasn't for Cherokee Nation, I wouldn't be able to keep even half of my roads maintained if it wasn't for their support.
The Cherokee Nation has proven itself as a leader in economic development. Our nation is now responsible for an economic impact in Oklahoma of more than $1 billion. Our workforce is more than 8,500 strong and growing. In the past year, we've created more than 400 new jobs, the majority of which are filled by Cherokee citizens. 300 of those jobs are at the Cherokee Nation businesses, which is focused on diversifying the Cherokee Nation's economy.
Now, to get at these impacts, I would have to mention my research team. A group of students poured through literally tens of thousands, over 10,000 individual expenditures reported by the Cherokee Nation for the year. Every payment to every contractor, every payment to every vendor, every payment to every employee, we mapped out to the individual 14 counties and then built economic impact models for each of those 14 counties to estimate the impact that the spending in that county would exert on regional economic activity. And what we found in total was that the Cherokee Nation operations and activities support over $1 billion in economic output in northeastern Oklahoma. That $1 billion supports over 13,500 jobs and generates over $400 million of income. This is a significant economic impact for one organization to exert in a relatively small region of the state. In 6 counties alone in northeastern Oklahoma, the economic impacts totaled over $100 million in that county and over 1,000 jobs. And I think if there was one takeaway that we had as we look at the Cherokee Nation spending patterns and the economic impact that they exert, it's that they are very closely tied in to the broader economy and rely heavily on local suppliers, local pools of labor to meet their needs. Alone, in terms of direct employment, the Cherokee Nation government employs over 3,200 individuals, providing essential government services in northeastern Oklahoma. And Cherokee Nation businesses, in all of their industrial and recreational activities, employs over 5,400 individuals. When we think about the economic impact that the Cherokee Nation exerts, it's a combination both of the new activity that comes to the state as a result of their operations, the federal grants, the contractor services that they're able to provide, as well as the recreational options that they're able to provide. But it's also a measure of the contribution that the Cherokee Nation plays in the regional economy.
We hope hearing these stories firsthand will help you understand when things are good for the Cherokee Nation, they're good for all of Oklahoma.